The Rising Stars Challenge rosters were released today from Team USA. Devin Booker and Malcolm Brogdon, Marquise Chris, Brandon Ingram, Frank the Tank, Jahlil Okafor, D'Angelo Russell, Jonathan Simmons, the aforementioned Spur, Karl Anthony Towns, and Miles Turner. And an interesting world squad as well, led by Joel Embiid.
Is the bomb.
Dante Exum, Buddy Hield, Nikola Jokic, Trey Lyles, Emmanuel Mudiay, Jamal Murray. Well, Denver Nuggets well represented.
The world
Kristaps
squad
Porzingis
got 5 7-foot point guards.
It's a big team, by the way. Domantas Sabonis and Dario.
That's a good squad, man.
That's a real good squad. And
Who got snubbed?
Who got snubbed from that? Oh, you want to have that discussion?
Yeah. Who got snubbed from
We'll have to do some research on that. Because you know somebody out there is writing that somebody got snubbed from the Rising Stars Challenge. And you know what? Somebody will probably get hurt.
Yeah.
And somebody will be added to the roster anyway. But Embiid and Towns, you're talking about guys who could be in the Sunday game playing on the Friday game.
Yeah, we'll have to wait and see about Embiid. I think he's the guy who has the best opportunity in that group. Actually, I wouldn't mind seeing him twice in that same weekend. That'll blow his minutes restriction, of course.
Yeah.
I mean, I think we'd be.
But they're not back to back. They're not back to back.
It's not back to back.
And this is where not having the center position on the All-Star ballot hurts you because, you know, really, if the center position was on the All-Star ballot,
He probably would have started.
Embiid will probably be the starting center. You know, popular vote, everything else, and deservedly so. He can go from being looked at as the starting center to possibly not being in the All-Star game.
Right.
You know, and that's where, you know, I think we had the 1 year or the 2 year where the center position was down, but now the center position is back and it's back in full force. And you may have to look at doing something with the center spot again because you got some real guys at the center spot that can play.
These guys are all going to be on the same team, sharing court space with each other. The world team is going to be huge, by the way.
And the thing about these guys, and we were talking about this before, remember the NBA game, the half court is much bigger now, right? Because back in the day, you didn't guard 28, 30 feet. You didn't have to.
Right.
Now you got to be able to play in space. All three of those guys can play comfortably 20 feet from the basket, which is scary because I don't even know if you want a guy like Embiid on you because the guy that long, even when you beat him, because they have enough lateral quickness and that size and athleticism, they can recover. I mean, that's scary to think about those guys.
And same for Šarić and Sabonis. Those are guys who can all shoot threes at 6'10" or taller.
And they can all make basketball plays.
Right.
And when you look at those three guys, I mean, Jokic really can be your point guard because in all his highlights and when you watch him play, you know, he's taking it off the glass, bringing it down, a la Westbrook or Magic or what have you. Embiid and Porzingis, they your 2 and your 3.
You can have a start. Wait.
You know what?
You can have a starting 5 of 7 footers.
It's too bad that Ben Simmons hasn't made his debut. The Australian Ben Simmons could
but
be
he
the
only
point guard.
6'9".
That would be like the biggest team ever.
6'9"
point guard, and then you just go up from there.
I guess Antetokounmpo Giannis a little too old to be with
He's too old.
He's
23 now.
He's aged out of the Rising Stars Challenge game. There's the roster once again. And for the American team, like any time Karl Anthony Towns takes the floor, NBA game, Rising Stars game, whatever it is, that's good stuff.
Yeah, and he'll be out there playing to win. You guarantee yourself that. There will be no let-up in Karl Anthony Towns in the Rising Star Challenge. And you talk about guys who project to the big game. I would guess that he'll get there about as fast as anybody else in this Rising Stars game. He and Embiid definitely will be candidates in the coming years and for a long time on the Sunday game.
I can guarantee you, Embiid, the Big Cat, and Porzingis, they come.
Taking it for Sundays.
They walk into they come into New Orleans and they looking at some of them guys on the All-Star team and they looking at those guys like, hey man, you got my spot.
And they telling their boys, I'm better than him right now.
But wait a minute. They ain't lying.
No, they not.
No, Embiid might make it this year.
I mean, Embiid, he ain't lying. When Embiid walk up in there, he can look at a couple of them guys and be like, dude, I'm better than you. Porzingis can.
Yeah.
You know.
These guys are special, man. The game's in pretty good hands when you think about the young talent.
Oh, the young talent in the league.
Always a fun one.
Freakish.
Friday night at All-Star Weekend, February 17th, 9 Eastern Time, sharp, the BBVA Compass Rising Stars Challenge. Saturday night, State Farm All-Stars Saturday night, you're dunking, your three-point shooting, you're skilling, which is not a word. And Sunday, the 66th NBA All-Star Game at 8 Eastern Time, exclusively on TNT.